Hey gang, Spade here, and today we are taking a look at San Diego Comic-Con 2011 Animated Optimus Prime. This is the box that he comes in, first edition. Picked this guy up at Toy Ark via eBay. This is the only way I could get a hold of him. So opening it up, we've got some really nice detailing work inside, and then we've got a plastic matrix of leadership with the deluxe class figure inside. So let's go ahead and open the box and take a look. Before we take a look at the figure proper, I wanted to show you one other thing. This matrix of leadership with figure actually lifts directly out of the containing box. It also has this nice Velcro loop, so you can put it around your head and look like a total fool. Okay. Maybe not a total fool, but you can reenact that classic scene from Transformers the movie with Rodimus Prime and a little tiny Optimus internally. The box also contains the instruction manual, which is your standard instructions. And one thing that I do like is with Dark of the Moon, they've started doing from robot to truck and then back again. That I like. Instead of, oh, just reverse the directions, it actually shows you the reverse of the directions. So, we're going to go ahead and get him out of this thing and take a look at him proper. And here we have Prime in robot mode out of the packaging. First off, I wanted to give you a size comparison of the Deluxe Class animated Prime. So here we have Deluxe Class Generations Warpath next to him. They're roughly the same size. The Warpath does seem to be a little bulkier. I think that's just generally due to the more G1-esque style of Warpath than the animated figure. Optimus's head is quite well detailed, I have to admit. I really do like the head of animated Prime. The overall figure looks pretty good, though he does have a bit of a robot or of a truck kibble going on in the back there. It's a little bit unsightly, but you know what? It really doesn't matter because the robot mode does look good. Posability is quite good on this figure. There's a ball joint on the head, which you've got plenty of range. A swivel joint here in the arm, and I do appreciate that they modeled the shoulder such that you can move the shoulder blade out of the way so that you could get full rotation. Now, I do have to admit, when you do rotate it, it does look a little weird. You've got a swivel joint in the upper arm and a hinge joint here at the shoulder as well. And then you've got a 90-degree bending elbow joint. And then you've got this joint here. I haven't been able to get mine to lock into place, but I believe that this forearm joint is supposed to lock into place, but mine doesn't for whatever reason. And I think that's because of this panel right here. Just does not like to bend out of the way. Legs, there is a ball joint in the upper leg. There is a little bit of movement in the torso. There is a swivel joint at the upper thigh, and the knee bends 90 degrees. And then the foot is on a ball joint, but the foot has a ginormous heel, which has to do with the transformation, which we'll get into. All this posability does leave a very nice, posable Prime figure that really makes me happy. And it looks really cool on the shelf. I had him on the shelf a little bit for today when I got home from work, and it looks good. I wish there was a little bit more of an accessory other than his gun, but oh well, you know what? There was a figure at San Diego Comic-Con, which I believe was a Voyager class figure, that came with a sword and a gun, and that one looks really, really cool. So I gotta say, I'm really, really happy with the robot mode for this exclusive figure. It looks really good, and it just screams Prime. There are some detailings missed, but overall, the Deluxe Class figure looks good and is a good representation of my favorite Transformers character. So let's go ahead and get into the transformation. We're going to start off with the transformation by working on the arms, folding that hinge that I was talking to you about earlier that seemed a little loose and didn't quite fit is actually part of the transformation. So we fold that up and then fold the arm panel down and click it into place and then fold the hand up. We'll do the same thing on the left arm. Then take the chest plate and actually pull it down with the arms into the stomach area. Then collapse that down and fold the arms or the actual shoulders so that the joints are pointing out. And then fold up the arms. And then you'll collapse the rest of the arm chest structure in and snap the two arm panels together. And then fold that up to form the front of the vehicle. Next, we'll go to the back and actually just completely unfold the back and wrap it around the rest of the top of the figure. And then after this, we are actually going to fold the head down into the cavity there created by those side panels. Once we do that, we'll rotate the torso around and fold the legs back. Not forgetting to put the trailer hitch out, and then put the legs together. And we'll take the feet and actually rotate them up, collapse the feet into the wind screen, and that will collapse into the back of the cab. And there we have the truck mode. And here we have Prime in truck mode. And I have to say, that transformation is highly satisfying. It's really interesting how he just folds all practically out and then back in, and it's just highly satisfying. I really, really dig the transformation. The truck mode is nice, if a little plain. I would love there to be some more detail to this thing, but I'm not complaining. That's my only complaint, actually, or my only negative on this figure in truck mode is that, well, he's a little plain. Otherwise, this thing's awesome. This is a really, really nice figure, and if this is an idea of things to come or an example of things to come, we are in for a treat with the Prime toys. This guy's awesome. Just plain and simple, he is awesome. Reverse transformation is super, super simple. Once you do this 2 times, once, twice, super easy transformation. Getting things lined up are a little bit complicated, not gonna lie, but it's easy to see where everything is supposed to go. And everything lines up, which is something I can't say for a lot of other figures. And a lot of the movie line has an issue with things that line up. It's a great figure. Was not cheap. I paid about $30-40 for this guy, not including shipping. I think the total was $39.99 on eBay. Actually, it might have been more expensive than that. I don't know. But hey, got the figure early. Got a great figure. Yes, it was on the expensive side, but I really don't care because I ended up with a figure that I'm really, really happy I purchased and really happy that I own. So there are still a couple of figures available. I'm sure there are going to be a bunch of figures available out on eBay. I admit, I was pretty lucky that I was able to get them for as cheap as I did. But you know what? Totally worth it. Totally worth the investment. Glad I picked him up. I think you will be too. So this has been Prime, Animated Prime, the SDCC exclusive. Totally recommend him. And I think you should get one for yourself.